My child, I have decided to shock you tomorrow, the day after you receive my words, because you will receive this message when it is about to manifest in your life. You have only one day left, because this message is not about you, but about the person you love the most in your life. Yes, my child, type I am blessed if you believe that I am protecting you and your loved ones from many unseen dangers. Child, take my words seriously, for I am speaking now with concern, and you can afford to ignore my words. My child, do you feel the weight of my words? The urgency that pulses through them is not to be taken lightly. I have seen what you cannot see. I have heard the cries that have not yet reached your ears. There is a storm gathering around the one you hold dear, and the time is running out for you to take action. Tomorrow, the day that lies just beyond the horizon, will bring something unexpected into your life, something that will shake you to your very core. But know this, my beloved, I am with you. Even in the shock, even in the suddenness of what is to come, I will be the anchor that keeps you steady. You will not face this alone. The person you love most, yes, that one who is always on your heart, is at the center of this divine intervention. What you are about to experience is not random, not coincidental, but a moment I have orchestrated for a purpose beyond what you can understand now. You see, my child, I move in ways that often confound the human mind. The events that will unfold tomorrow are part of a greater plan, one that has been set into motion long before this day. Trust that what is coming is for your good, even if it feels unsettling at first. I am protecting you and your loved ones from dangers you cannot see. There are forces that have been working against you, whispers of evil that have sought to undermine the love and connection that binds you together. But I have intervened. I have placed a shield around your household, around your heart, and especially around the one you cherish. You must type I am blessed, because it is not by chance that you are reading these words today. It is not by chance that this message has reached you now when the hour is so near. It is because I want you to be prepared. Listen, my child, to the sound of my voice, for it is filled with love and concern for you. I speak not to frighten you, but to awaken you to the reality that is unfolding. You have been carrying burdens, some of which you are unaware of, and those burdens have weighed heavily on your spirit. But you must understand that you are not meant to carry these alone. I am here, walking beside you, ready to lift the weight from your shoulders if you will only surrender it to me. Do you feel the stirring in your heart? That is me, nudging you, guiding you towards the truth that has been hidden in plain sight. The enemy has tried to blind you, to make you doubt my presence, but I am here to remind you that I have never left you, and I never will. The shock that is coming is not meant to harm you, but to open your eyes to what truly matters. It is a wake-up call, a divine alarm that is sounding in your life to alert you to the things you've been overlooking. You have one day left before this moment of revelation comes, and I am preparing you now so you will not be caught off guard. My child, there is someone who has been plotting against the person you love. Someone who has spoken ill, who has spread lies, who has sought to sow discord between you. This person does not have your best interests at heart, and though their actions have been in secret, I have seen every one of them. I am exposing the truth now, because I want to protect you from further harm. You must be vigilant, but not fearful. Remember, I am with you in every step you take, and I will give you the wisdom you need to discern who is trustworthy and who is not. Tomorrow, when the shock comes, it will bring clarity. Things that have been hidden will be revealed. You will see people for who they truly are, and while this may be painful, it is necessary for your growth. I am pruning away the toxic relationships, the deceitful influences, and the negativity that has surrounded you for too long. I am clearing the path for new blessings, for new opportunities, and for the deepening of the love that is pure and true. But first, the veil must be lifted, and you must see things as they really are. Do not fear, my child. You have been equipped for this moment. I have been preparing you in ways you didn't even realize. Every challenge you have faced, every tear you have shed, has been part of your strengthening. You are not weak. You are not alone. You are a warrior of light standing in the protection of my grace, and it is my grace that will carry you through what is to come. I want you to know that I am not just speaking to you, but to the hearts of those who will watch over you. I have assigned angels to guard you, to surround you, and to fight on your behalf. There are battles being waged in the spiritual realm that you cannot see, but know that they are being won in your favor. The forces of darkness are trembling because they know they cannot touch you while you are under my protection. And my protection is unbreakable, unwavering, and eternal. The person you love most will be touched by my hand tomorrow. They will experience a shift, a change, a divine encounter that will alter the course of their life. This is not something to fear, but something to embrace. For I am doing a new thing in their life, something that will bring them closer to you and to me. You will see a transformation in them, a renewal of spirit, and it will strengthen the bond between you in ways you never thought possible. But there is a warning here, my child. You must be careful of those who will try to interfere. Not everyone will be happy to see this transformation. There are those who thrive on chaos, on division, on keeping you in a state of confusion. But I am calling you to rise above that. I am calling you to stand firm in your faith and to trust that I will deal with those who seek to harm you. They cannot succeed, for I have already written your victory. As you move into tomorrow, I want you to prepare your heart. Be still in my presence. Seek me in prayer, and I will reveal to you more of what is to come. I will give you the words to speak, the actions to take, and the strength to face whatever arises. You are not walking into this blindly, for I am lighting your path. And as you walk, know that every step is guided by my hand. You have one day left, my child. One day before the shift occurs. Use this time wisely. Reflect on the blessings you have, on the love that surrounds you, and on the faith that sustains you. Do not allow fear to cloud your mind, for fear is not from me. I have given you a spirit of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Cling to that truth, and you will not be shaken. And when the shock comes, remember my words. Remember that I am the God of miracles, the God of impossible situations, the God who turns what the enemy meant for harm into something good. You will see my hand at work, and it will leave you in awe. You will know without a doubt that I am with you, that I am for you, and that I have plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Tomorrow is the beginning of a new chapter, my child. Embrace it with open arms. Know that what lies ahead is filled with my love, my protection, and my blessing. You are safe in my hands, and nothing can snatch you from them. I am your God, and I am with you always, even to the end of the age. My beloved child, as I continue to speak to you, I want you to know how deeply I care for you and how fiercely I protect you. My protection is not passive, it is active, constant, and unwavering. From the moment I formed you in your mother's womb, my hand has been upon you. I have placed a hedge around your life, your soul, your relationships, and everything that concerns you. I watch over you day and night, and there is nothing that escapes my notice. The enemy prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking to devour, but know this: he cannot touch you unless you open the door for him. Yes, my child, there is an enemy who desires to harm you. He plots in the shadows, whispering lies and distortions to distract you from the truth of my love and the strength of my protection. His goal is not just to harm you physically, but to attack your mind, your heart, and your faith. But I want you to understand something critical. The devil cannot cross the boundary of my protection unless you allow it. How do you allow it, you ask? It is through your choices, my beloved, your actions, and sometimes through the very words you speak. There are moments when my people, though deeply loved by me, open doors that should remain shut. These are doors of sin, of disobedience, of rebellion, of doubt, and of fear. Each time you choose something that is not aligned with my will, you crack open the door for the enemy to slip in. He is always looking for a way to access your life, and he knows that he has no power unless you give it to him. I have warned you, my child, in my word. I have told you to guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. I have told you to be alert, to be sober-minded, and to resist the devil, and he will flee from you. But sometimes, in moments of weakness, my children forget these warnings. They become careless with their words, with their actions, and with their thoughts. They allow bitterness, anger, unforgiveness, and pride to take root, and those things open the door for the enemy to come in and create chaos. But let me be clear, even when you stumble, even when you make mistakes, my love for you does not waver. My protection is still available to you, but you must return to me. You must close those doors and repent. Do you understand, my child? I am always here, waiting with open arms, ready to forgive and restore. But I cannot protect you fully if you are walking in rebellion. The enemy knows this, and that is why he tempts you to stray from my path, to make decisions that are not in alignment with my will. He knows that when you step out of my protection through disobedience, he has a foothold. But even then, my child, I am fighting for you. Even when you have made mistakes, I have sent my angels to surround you, to fight for you in the spiritual realm. There are battles raging that you cannot see, battles where my heavenly hosts are warring on your behalf. When the enemy tries to claim you, when he tries to bring destruction into your life because of the doors that were opened, I stand in the gap. I call to you, urging you to return to me, to close those doors, and to seek the shelter of my wings. Do you see now how much I love you? I do not abandon you when you falter. I do not walk away when you stumble. Instead, I pursue you. I call out to you, and I send my spirit to convict you, to remind you of the truth. I know how the enemy works. I see the traps he sets for you, and I am always one step ahead, providing a way out. But my child, you must choose to take that way out. You must choose me over the temptation. You must choose obedience over rebellion. You must choose faith over fear. Let Maine tell you, my beloved, about the power of your choices. Each time you choose to trust me, to obey my commands, to walk in righteousness, you strengthen the walls of protection around your life. Every act of faith, every prayer, every moment of surrender to my will builds a fortress around you that the enemy cannot penetrate. But when you choose the opposite, when you give in to doubt, when you act in disobedience, when you entertain thoughts that are not from me, those walls are weakened. The enemy sees those cracks, and he tries to exploit them. But do not be dismayed, for even in those moments I am so with you. My grace is sufficient for you, and my power is made perfect in your weakness. That is why I urge you, my child, to stay close to me. I am your refuge, your fortress, your strong tower. The enemy cannot touch you when you are hidden in me. But if you step outside of my covering, if you venture into places I have warned you to avoid, you make yourself vulnerable. This is why I say to you today, my child, close every door that the enemy may have used against you. Examine your heart. Is there unforgiveness there? Let it go, for it is a foothold for the devil. Is there pride? Humble yourself before me, and I will lift you up. Have you spoken words of doubt or fear? Retract them for your words of power. Speak life, speak truth. Speak my promises over your situation, and watch how the enemy flees. Remember, my beloved, that you are in a spiritual battle. This is not a battle of flesh and blood, but of principalities and powers, rulers of darkness, and spiritual wickedness in high places. But do not fear, for I have given you everything you need to stand firm. I have given you my word, which is sharper than any two-edged sword. I have given you the armor of God, the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the belt of truth, the shield of faith, the sword of the Spirit, and the shoes of peace. You are fully equipped to fight, but you must put on the armor daily. You must stand in my strength, not your own. I am calling you to be vigilant, to be watchful, and to guard your life with my truth. The enemy is relentless, but he is also defeated. I have already won the victory through my Son, Jesus Christ. The cross has triumphed over every scheme of the devil, and through my blood you are covered. But you must stay under that covering. You must not wander away from my protection, for outside of it the enemy waits to strike. Do you understand now, my child? I have given you everything you need to live in victory, but you must choose to walk in it. You must choose to remain close to me, to listen to my voice, and to obey my commands. When you do, no weapon formed against you will prosper. When you stay in the shelter of my wings, the arrows of the enemy cannot touch you. But if you step outside of that protection, if you allow sin or disobedience to lead you away, you make yourself vulnerable to attacks. But even then, I am merciful. Even then I will call you back to me. For I am a good father, and I do not desire that any of my children should be lost. I long for you to stay close to me, for in my presence there is fullness of joy. There is peace that surpasses all understanding, and there is protection that cannot be breached by the enemy. So I say to you now, my beloved, come back under my protection. If there are areas in your life where you know you have wandered, where you have opened doors to the enemy, repent and close them. I will forgive you, and I will restore what has been lost. I will rebuild the walls of protection around your life, and I will strengthen you once again. You are my child, and I will never abandon you. As you walk into tomorrow, know that my protection surrounds you like a shield. The person you love most is also under my care, and though the enemy may try to attack, he will not succeed if you remain in me. I am your protector, your guardian, and I have assigned angels to watch over you and those you love. But you must walk in my ways, for my ways lead to life, and the ways of the enemy lead to destruction. Stay close to me, my child, and you will see the fullness of my protection in your life. I love you with an everlasting love, and I will never let you go. Trust in me, follow my ways, and know that no harm can befall you while you are under my wings. I am your God, and you are my beloved child. Amen.